Welcome to this demonstration of the TechElect RCS solution. This demonstration will show several of the RCS capabilities of TechElect's server solution being developed right now, including network address book, presence, and SIP messaging. The servers used in this demonstration are the Presence and Resource List server, providing standards-compliant SIP-based presence, the Presence XDMS server, providing presence and policy document storage and access, and the Address Book XDMS server, providing the network-based address book feature. We'll be showing a demo client that we use to test and demonstrate our servers. I'll be showing 3 devices running our demo client for 2 different users. Let's start with one already configured for my account. In RCS, the address book is the main client interface and provides the launching point for communication services. Here, the client starts up displaying its previous view of the address book and presence. Checking the Preferences pane, we see that the client has now found and successfully connected to the servers. This is also where we can enter login information and configure other preferences. With the server connections established, the client checks for address book changes from the address book XDMS, subscribes for presence for any address book entries that have presence information using the Presence and Resource List server, and then displays this updated information to the user. Now, I'll start a freshly installed client on another device. Once the login information is entered, the client will register with the IMS or SIP core, retrieve the address book information, subscribe to presence for any address book entries that have presence information, and publish its presence. At this point, the new device has the exact same address book information as the other client. With TechElect's RCS solution, there are 2 ways for clients to interact with address book data. Our demo client is using XCAP and SIP to do this, which can simplify installation and provide additional flexibility. The address book server also supports interaction via OMADS. This allows choice in client implementation. With multiple devices, editing the address book on one causes the others to reflect the changes. Here, I changed the nickname for Ajay. We see that this change is shown on the other client. Similarly, adding a new entry on one client is reflected on any others on that account. Here I add a contact with just a nickname. Note that with RCS, the address book can store arbitrary contact information, and it's not simply an IM buddy list. No presence information is shown for this user, since there's no presence information associated with it. When this new user is added, the client where I added it puts the change to the SIP address book XDMS server. This server will then send a notification via SIP to each subscribed client. The second client then sees the address book change. Using OMADS results in similar actions. The new user shows up on the other device, where I will delete it. We see that deletion shows up on the first client where we entered the contact. Now I'll start the third client, which is configured on Ajay's account. We see his presence updated on the other clients as soon as his client starts. I'll set Ajay's client to away, and again we see the presence reflected on all clients subscribed to his presence. Now on one of my clients, I'll add a custom available status and set that as my present state. This shows up on Ajay's client as well as mine, since they are also subscribed to my presence. A full RCS client will allow launching of instant message conversation, chats, voice, and file transfers. I'll show instant messaging through our servers. Because SMS APIs are not exposed for us to use on the demo client, Our client is using SIP page mode messaging. Our SIP message server is providing treatments and store and forward in the messaging path. Because we are using SIP messaging, you can see here that the message from Ajay lands on both of my clients. Either client can be used to respond, and the messages will go back to Ajay's client, routed by the IMS or SIP core. If I exit all of my clients, my present status reflects this as Ajay's client shows that I am no longer available. Stay tuned for more demos as we add additional features to our servers and demo client to show more of TechElec's messaging capability for RCS and beyond. Thank you.